Stuff is just gonna happen. The two fears I've had, not so much fears anymore as I almost consider them dessert now. Sex and weed. Sex and weed. Not the worst things to be afraid of. Unless you're a kid that grew up in Lakeview and Salem and you're pretty sure one of them's going to make you crazy. Turns out I was wrong as to which one that is. It's not weed. It don't do shit. That'll take you to the mountaintop. In fact, both of these things. You embrace these two things. You experience these things. You face these fears. Literally put your face in one of them. If you want it to work out right for yourself. With sex, I wasn't afraid of what you might think. I wasn't afraid of disease and babies. That's simple. Just don't have sex with hookers. Stay away from asshole. If you don't want babies, put on a condom or pull out. Why people don't pull out? The weirdest of fuckers have babies. Like, you didn't want a baby. You didn't need a baby. You got 6 babies. I understand it feels good. I do. I get it. But to do it, that's fine with me. Kurt. You pull out and you pray a little bit. My brother called it spray and pray. I had to tell the doctor once. That's a common term. I had to tell the doctor. After our first baby, we started having sex pretty soon after that. The doctor says, well, what's up with the birth control? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, don't you want, she should have something in her arm here. Like, you're going to insert some shit in her arm? It doesn't hurt that bad. Not good. Shouldn't want that. How about pills? She's already crazy. I said that right to her face. My wife's like, I can't do that. What if we stick this thing, this T-shaped deal up there and it closes things? No, we ain't doing that neither. Well, what are you going to do? You're going to wear a condom and say, man, we're married. That'll never happen again in my whole goddamn life. We're true to each other. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not putting a condom on. That's not happening. So, well, what do you do? Doctor, I spray and pray. I'm not going into it. You're a wonderful lady. I'm not going to get there. Sex, though, fear was not that. The fear was performance. I want to be good at this. I had prepped myself since the age of 11, 12, 13. I was ready. But I wanted to hear that sound of a woman pleased by me, by what I've done. I've been given this tool that works wonderfully in all kinds of ways. I've tried everything. I went left hand, like, oh, you got to try your other hand. So it feels like someone else is doing it. And let's be honest. I want to be honest. If someone else is doing it, I much prefer them also use their dominant hand. Do a good job. I don't want to be in the middle and be like, are we totally sure you're not right-handed? If you could just understand, you know what, let's skip this part. Can I put it in your face? No, I don't. That never happened. Weird as could be. No, performance. So I created a fear in that. I wanted to be good at this. I was never good at this. I wasn't. At this point, as a 45-year-old man, I looked like someone that, a desirable guy. To me. I feel like I look like someone that might have had sex with many people. On one hand. That's how many people. That's my count. Never had game, and there was fear. It was fear-based. I had to be tied to the train tracks for the train to hit me. Like, no game. Not a good salesman. Don't believe in it. I'm not good at it. I have a friend of mine has so many stories about how good he is at it. And I believe him. It's not like, this is the friend that tells you a bunch of shit, he must be gay. No. He's not happy enough to be gay. Those fuckers are happy. I love a good gay guy. As long as they're out. If they're not out, anyway. Next time, next open mic, we'll talk about that guy. This guy's got stories of squirters. Yeah, she squirted. I'm like, another one? Same one? All of them, bro. Figured it out, though. He only dates like women over 40. They squirt at a good deal at a grocery store. It's lack of urinary control. It's not squirting. It's not squirting. It's not squirting. Beef. So I was feared of that, of my performance. It wasn't good. This wasn't a 30-second deal. Like I went in for 30 seconds. It was over. I went in. It was over. And I apologized quickly. I did that for many women. 4 women I did that with. 4 girls. I feel very bad for the first one because I really can't blame her. She eventually cheated on me after a 4-year relationship. And I was like, I get it. I could not provide you with what if you needed fifth. I couldn't do it. That happened for the next 4. I finally found a woman with the patience that I required. I married that woman. It was a good idea. She liked how I did it. She didn't want to be there long. Key. Because I wasn't going to be there long either. She brought her own weed to the party. It's a big deal. I married that woman, and we make it work. With weed, I was scared of having a bad trip. 80s kid, dare not to do drugs. Dare to keep kids off of it all. Like I said, Lakeview, Salem. I believed it. I was like, we should be scared of this shit. We're going to go crazy. I'm going to have a bad trip. I'm going to have a really bad trip. This is drugs. This shit is drugs. I'm going to stay away from it. And I believe that. It should have been alcohol they were talking about. I've never been scared of alcohol. I wasn't scared of alcohol. All they tell you with alcohol is just don't drive. Just don't drive. That's it. They forget that you might shit yourself. They don't tell you that. Not only will you shit yourself, you may well step in it. A lot of things can happen. I spend the whole night puking. You might say some things that you don't remember. You might do some things to some people that they don't like. You may wake up in jail. You may get out. You may not. Alcohol's the bad one. It's a rough one. Never a warning. You just figured, no, I'll drink beer, thanks, you smoke your weed. So I started smoking weed. I had to face my fear. I didn't feel anything. Smoked again, didn't feel anything. Smoked again, didn't feel anything. I'm like, y'all are captured. This isn't real. You believe in it. It's just a little bit cooler than smoking a cigarette. The homie said, you're a weirdo. Why don't we put two lighters on this full-packed bowl, like a 1.5 tall binger, long, see what happens. All right. I found my new best friend. The gates opened up, the world opened up. I was just fine. Not a lot of sex was had after I met that friend. I get it. I understand. It takes a certain thing away. My friend would tell me a story about causing squirting women. I would tell him about the 4.5-mile walk me and my dog just went on because I was high as shit. What I've discovered over this time about facing your fears is I have reached the mountaintop. I live in the land of riches. I live in a paradise. And up at the top of it is good sex and good weed. And that's where we all should be. So face your fears, find your way to the mountaintop, enjoy paradise. It's filled with good sex and good weed. Yep, have a good night.
Yeah.
Nick, you be good, buddy. Enjoy your move.
Brian LeBlanc, everybody. He's from Lakeview, and I'm from Christmas Valley, and that is in the same gigantic fucking county in Oregon. Now, they'll take you to jail in